Hey guys, want to do a quick update video. So recently I did an MRT tuning and stage 2 kit on my 2016 Dodge Ram. So initially had some issues, so kind of wanted to go over what I ran into on this in the start of this video, just so anybody that's doing this, if you have any active codes, you need to get all that stuff taken care of before you do any tuning. After doing some research after the fact, I realized that, but initially I didn't know that. I assumed the exhaust filter codes that I was getting would be gone once I unplugged everything. Wasn't the case. So did the delete, followed all the instructions. Kit went in fairly decent. I will say, if someone's doing this, it's not super easy, but it's not terribly difficult. There's some bolts up on the back side of the manifold when you pull your EGR off that are a little bit difficult to get to, and then there's a couple bolts on the exhaust when you're dropping that from the turbo that or not the turbo, but your downpipe, that are also a little bit difficult to get to. Outside of that, the rest of it, some of the connectors are a little hard to reach, but other than that, it's pretty simple. I think I did it in like 3.5 hours, had 2 guys helping me, so I did have a little bit of help, so it went pretty quick, or quicker than it normally would. So I would say one guy doing it, you're probably looking at close to 6 hours doing it by yourself. So, and that's if you kind of already have an idea and know what you're doing. So, but what I ran into, the whole reason I did the kit or decided to go this route, I started popping codes for my exhaust filters, 100% full, see dealer, blah blah blah. Wouldn't regen. So at that point, I decided, hey, I'm going to delete the truck at this point. It's got 100,000 miles on it. Let's just delete it and go on. So did that, put everything in, truck ran awesome, but kept popping up filter 100% full, drive highway speeds to get rid of it or whatever. So would not go away. I thought maybe if I drove it a little bit, it would automatically recalculate and go away. Didn't. Tried some things, talking to MR Tuning to put the stock tune back on, run it for 20 seconds, and then reflash it with the stage 2 again. Didn't work. Read some stuff online, found out that Alfa OBD 2, I believe, is the app. You can only download it on a Samsung or a tablet laptop. It connects to your Bluetooth OBD plug. So went that route, was able to, or what ended up working, I guess, after trying several things, what ended up fixing the issue, I was able to go online or connect to it, take my filter to 0%. There's a spot in there. I wish I would have done a video on it, but I tried several things before I got to that point. But anyway, you go in, you get your filter back to 0%. You can find that information online. There's several places that kind of talk you through the locations and everything, but you get that to 0%. I was able to flash it back at that point to my stock tune, let it run for 15 seconds, turn it off, then go back to my stage 2, my whichever 40 or 60 horse, and at that point it locked that in, that the filter was 0%, everything was good. So at that point, had no codes, truck runs awesome. Haven't had any issues. The one thing I'm going to do is also do the trans tune, which I've got that already ordered. I'm not sure when I'll get it, but once I get that, that's going to be probably the last thing I'm going to do to this truck. Yeah, I mean, I may delete the muffler, maybe. I'm not real sure yet. I don't really want the truck super loud anyway, so may look into that, but as of right now, I think this is probably as far as I'm going with this truck. So gonna kind of go over some stuff. I'll show you underneath the hood, maybe go underneath the truck, but I'll go ahead and we'll fire it up here. So truck fires up, no codes at all, everything is clean and clear. You guys can see what I'm averaging there. It's not real fair because I put, let me go here to my trip real quick. So I put 307 miles on it. Average speed 46 miles an hour, 17.1. A lot of that had a headwind. Anybody who has an EcoDiesel, you know that any headwind, and this stupid truck wants to run in 7th gear. I'm hoping that TransTune will help with some of that, because It really kills your fuel mileage. I mean, you could literally have a 5-mile-an-hour headwind and this truck is shifting down and running at a higher RPM. So that part's a little bit frustrating, because if you don't have a headwind, it's nice and calm, you're out on the flat, I can run right around 25, 26. And this truck has a 4 or 6 inch lift on it with 35. So I don't expect it to get as good as, you know, a stock version of this, but I really think I'm probably going to get realistically in the low 20s, 21, 22, which, hey, it's not terrible for what it is. So yeah, so far I'm really happy with it. Power wise, you don't have that pedal lag. You get on it, the truck goes. There's nothing, you know, that before it just kind of sat there for a second and was really irritating, especially if you're trying to pull out into traffic or something and the truck just kind of almost stalls basically before it takes off. So now you press on the pedal, truck goes. So we'll step outside here. Pop the lid. So one other thing I did do to this truck, I did put a AFE air filter on it as well, which honestly, you can hear turbo a little more with this, but that's about it. I don't know if you guys can see down in there where these yards out of it, but so yeah, so that's at the AFE airbox. You know, it's pretty simple install, and I feel like it looks really good in there. So, like I said, you can hear the turbo whistle a little bit, but that's about it. Power wise, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I get so much of the truck. It's hard to really say if it's got more power or if it's about the same. We'll look up underneath here. So as far as exhaust goes, quality of the pipe is actually really nice. I will give them that. It fit really nice. You had to cut a little bit off because it's short there, but even really can't see that from where it is, but there we go. So you guys can kind of see that there, pipe. Like I said, really good quality. You see some of my connectors there, but again, you do have to cut this off. So anybody doing this, just so you know, you have to cut them off because it is a short bed. But we'll come back up here so you guys can maybe see this a little better with the light on. But yeah, overall, like I said, super happy with it. The kit itself, I think, runs you around $1,800 for the Stage 2, and then you got an additional $500 for the trans tune. I think I paid $328 for the for that AFE air filter, so it costs a little bit, but yeah, it's honestly, guys, it's night and day from where this truck was stock as far as the power. Just the pedal response is worth it to me. So, but yeah, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted, kind of on the fuel mileage, and you know, maybe here in a year I'll go back over it and we'll go over it a little more. But so far, man, loving it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to help you out. And thanks again for watching. Love it if you guys hit that subscribe button, share, smash the like button. Thanks again.